Whew. Hey y'all, what's up? If I look like shit, it's probably because I do look like shit. Hot and sweaty out here, working on the shed. If you can see it in the background there, I'm building the shed in my backyard. So I'm working on my shed all day, but I didn't want to go without making a video because it's been like quite a few days. So yeah, we're gonna make a video like this. And hey, look, I even got a microphone hidden under there connected to the phone. So I just wanted to talk about market conditions and what kind of stocks one may or may not want to be in. And this is going to be a super quick video. By the way, if you hate the style of this video, yeah, just let me know. But, you know, normally I'm in my office, studio, whatever you want to call it. But I'm trying to potentially weave these kind of videos in because I want to be able to make more videos, and it's not always easy to get inside my office and spend hours in there making a video and doing all the editing and uploading this. This will be more of a raw format that I can just upload. And okay, with that, let's go ahead and start. So first of all, we have a nice little green day here, but as we all normally know, that doesn't really mean anything because you can have one green day and it, you know, be a false sort of thing, you know, and this is always where people want to buy, but on all the red they didn't want to buy, they were afraid to. Oh, I gotta switch arms already. I'm not used to holding a stick. But look, honestly, this market is very unpredictable. Don't let one green day fool you. This market's still pretty unpredictable that we are in. And there's going to be a lot more market volatility with the thoughts of a potential recession coming. So you, shut up, bird. So you really don't know what to expect, but there is one way you can plan, and that's with what you're invested in. So here's what I would say. For those who are not very, those who are newer to the market and do not feel confident in their moves right now, and it's okay to be honest about whether you are confident or not. If you're not confident about being in the market and picking stocks right now, then probably your best move, again, not financial advice, but if I were in said position like that, where I'm not confident, I would just go with index funds right now. You know, for example, Vanguard index funds, like combine the two words. You know, Vanguard index funds are great, like VT. You have many index funds and ETFs to choose from. And if you're looking for the safest choice and you're not a very experienced investor, then that may be the choice for you. If you are confident enough and you've done a valuation on companies and you're very confident, like I for example, just one stock in particular, I do a DCF analysis and a valuation on Croc stock. And based on the growth they've had and the projected future free cash flows discounted back, I come up with a value for them of about 110 a share. And right now they're at like what? It was a low of like 52 recently, but it's back up to like 60 right now. So, you know, I don't care when I'm investing and I choose a company like that. I don't care if we have a recession coming potentially, or market volatility, or a bear market, or, you know, market crash, or red days one after another, whatever you want to call it. Because a stock like that to me is worth at least 110 when I only used a 10% growth rate over the next 10 years. I think they'll do much better than that. But the point is, if you truly know how to value stocks and you've got a basket of stocks you pick and you did a valuation and you feel with the analysis you did and the valuation you have on the companies that they're cheap, then you shouldn't care, because as long as nothing changes fundamentally, those stocks will recover at some point and they will do well because they are undervalued. Now, what I would not recommend you be in is speculative stocks right now, because we may have had a green day, but that doesn't mean, God, the birds are so freaking loud. We may have a green day today, but that doesn't mean anything, okay? There could be, again, more market volatility ahead, a potential recession with the inflation still. So, how should I put this? If I were in the shoes of someone who was in a bunch of speculative stocks, and by speculative, I mean, you know, yeah, sure, maybe they have high growth, but they have really terrible margins. They're not proving a path. That's the thing. I don't mind investing in a stock that is unprofitable at this point, but you need to see the path to profitability. So when I'm talking all these super speculative plays, I'm talking the ones that are like pretty high growth, but the margins are terrible and getting worse in this sort of environment in the market right now. Margins are getting worse. I just had a brain fart. This is what happens when I can't edit and make myself look smart. I'm talking off the cuff here. Okay, but yeah, you know, a speculative play, you know, margins are not getting any better. There's no path to profitability. You know, just highly unprofitable. You know, you look at the different things like, is the free cash flow getting anywhere near positive? Is the net income getting anywhere near positive? And you just see it getting, I went to go make a chart going up. You just see them getting worse and worse as they grow more and more. And not only that, and that's what I was trying to say, these highly speculative plays tend to dilute their shareholders. And there is such a thing as diluting your stock so terribly that it outpaces the revenue growth that you had. So, you know, there's many companies that represent this exact thing, like, for example, a tattooed chef, where the margins are getting worse. Yeah, they may have reasonable growth, like 30% or above, but the stock dilution is outpacing the growth. The margins are getting no better. There's no path to profitability. So if I was in a position that someone's in where I'm in these highly speculative plays in a market like this that's very uncertain, high market volatility, potential, you know, market crashes, bear market coming, and a potential recession coming, I would trust my picks I made that were based on fundamentals. But if I was in a position of having high spec plays, I would cut my losses and sell those, because there's a high potential it's going to get worse. But again, not financial advice, but recap. If you're not comfortable in the market and you're newer to the market, index funds, ETFs is your best way to go right now. If you're confident in your stuff and what you got, and doing valuations and picking stocks that are based on fundamentals and projecting future free cash flows and discounting the stock back, yeah, etc. You know what I'm saying. You know, if you're confident in your stock picking, then stick it out, because they are going to recover if they're truly undervalued, you know. But high spec plays, I would cut my losses right now. We're not in that environment. You know, and even when we're in that environment of like a bullish or bull type market, I'm only in something like a spec play, which I never am, but if I was, it's a short-term play. You know, these highly speculative, unprofitable companies with terrible margins, no vision or path to profitability that you can see. These are the kind of stocks where, I'm sorry, if it was going to make people mad, I'd put Palantir under that bracket too. Not as bad as like a tattooed chef, but, you know, the only play I ever have on a stock like that is a short-term play, and that's until they can prove their path to profitability and that the numbers are actually starting to make sense. So, I mean, that's it, y'all. That's my 2 cents. I just wouldn't be in highly speculative plays right now that are unprofitable, terrible margins, no path to profitability, etc. It'd be a high stock dilution. That's not the stock to be in right now. It's just too risky of a market. So, all right, that's all I've got for y'all, and y'all take it easy. Bye.